What's up guys, Jeff Cavaliere, AthleteX.com. So today I'm going to show you the right way to do a reverse crunch, because a reverse crunch is a great lower ab bottom up movement to help us develop those lower abs better if we do it the right way. You see, there's a lot of ways to do the reverse crunch. You could do it with straight legs, you could do it with bent legs. Which is the best way to do it? I'm going to show you right now. First of all, let me show you some of the ways that you probably either have done them yourself or see others doing them. Right here I'm showing you an example that's actually one of the more common ways that you'll see it done, but it's actually the worst way to do it because you're actually making the exercise the easiest at what's supposed to be the hardest point in the range of motion. When you get to the very, very top of, we call this the heels to the heavens, you really should be trying to press your heels right directly up into the ceiling. But if you allow your heels to go past that point, past vertical, to the point where they're over your head, think about it guys, now gravity is actually helping you. It's pushing your legs back in that direction and taking all the work off of the abs. So you want to definitely stop at vertical in terms of how far back you go if you want this exercise to stay with the focus on the lower abs. Next, you'll see a whole hell of a lot of momentum being used in this exercise because we have the opportunity to rock on our own tailbones, rock on our pelvis, and get a lot of momentum going in that backwards direction. The goal here, guys, is never, again, with ab work or anything else, is not just to reach a certain number, it's to do it the right way. So even if you cut down your reps significantly by doing this the way I'm showing you today, you're going to get better effort out of your abs, and that's what the whole point of this is in the first place. So you don't want to use this extreme momentum that I'm showing you here, where I'm literally pulling the weight of my legs back, allowing it to help me get back up, and then actually not controlling them at all as they work their way back down towards the ground. In both cases, not something you want to do. The next thing you'll see is this shortening of the legs. And this happens a lot just as an automatic compensation because remember, our bodies are smarter than we are. We're going to look for the easy way out. When you're trying to challenge yourself and change yourself, it ain't going to happen if you take the easy road out. Well, if I show you here what I'm talking about, you'll get a better idea. Watch as I bring my feet up towards the top. Everything looks good. But when I lower my legs back down to the ground, because I don't want to have to control all the weight of my legs against gravity, I can shorten them. I can shorten them by just bending at my knees. Now there's not as much weight having to be controlled against the force of gravity. So if let's just say my legs weighed 50 pounds apiece, now they might weigh 25 pounds apiece because we've shortened the distance of how much is exposed to the force of gravity. So it makes it a lot easier for us. Then when we get back down to the ground, we automatically think we're doing it right because we straighten the legs out and then lift up again, probably using some more of that momentum. But if you want to make this really, really effective, you got to try to maximize the length of your legs all the way back down. Or as I'm going to show you in the next step, maybe not all the way down, but at least get them as long as you can possibly make them by making a concerted effort to straighten out, contract your quads, make your legs as straight as they can be to increase the amount of weight that your lower abs will have to handle. And lastly, picking up on that point I just referenced, maybe sometimes you don't want to go all the way back down to the ground because there's a different challenge that your abs face when you try to keep it closer to the contracted position. Think about it. What's natural? The natural reaction is to try to get some stress off of your abs, therefore letting it go all the way back down till it's fully to the start position, really. But if we keep it in that contracted position, now it's sort of a full-on onslaught of contraction here that we have to be stronger and able to be able to control it. So here you can see that by shortening the amount that you allow your legs to travel back down towards the starting position, we can make this even harder. Try it yourself. Don't fight the urge to let your legs go back down to the ground, and instead try to stop the downward momentum. Reverse that with another strong contraction of your abs to get them right back up again to the top. You're going to try to, it's almost like a plyometric version of an ab exercise because you're trying to quickly go from that eccentric phase back to the concentric phase again, shortening that amortization phase that they have, which is that transition between the two. Do a little bit of that, and I promise you, it'll be a much different feeling than you're ever used to, especially on this movement. So as you can see, guys, there's a lot of ways to do ab exercises. A lot of them, unfortunately, are the wrong way. The wrong way if you want to get the most out of the time that you spend doing the exercise. And I think that should always be our goal here. If we try to work a little bit harder, we can actually shorten the time that we spend doing the whatever workout we're doing because we can get more out of it. A lot of guys shy away from that. They think that if they just put in the time, that will equal the results that they want, but that's not how it works. Effort will never be anything that you can overlook. Effort is everything, and if you don't pay attention to it and the effort that you're giving, you're going to shortchange the results that you see. Hopefully you'll find a lot more that you can take from this to apply more effort in your training, and hopefully you'll be able to do the same thing with all the workouts that I give you guys. Matter of fact, our entire AthleanX training program shows you how to extract the most effort that you've got in the shortest period of time, so I can guarantee that you get the best results possible. You can get that, guys, in our AthleanX training systems. That's my promise to you. I will do my best to get every ounce of effort out of you to get the most that you're possibly capable of. You can do that again at athleanx.com. In the meantime, if you found this video helpful, leave your comments and thumbs up below, and tell me what you want to see, guys. Washboard Wednesday. Once every week, I'll cover the core. You got to tell me what you want me to do. All right, I'll be back here again soon.